Guys, be quick update here. A bit more cleaning to do again. I think as I've already seen the windows up above. Just got done unboxing a hawk there. Probably the strangest looking hawks that most plasterers have ever seen, but in my opinion, probably the best. But let's see what we were doing last time. We were fitting these frames. So I've built all the top ones in. Don't know whether I've showed you this or not. I don't remember. I've been doing that in many things. But this one here has some 4x4 and a wee bit of stuff that's ripped up in. So we'll have to wire mesh this one. Whereas I was able to put some bricks in here, some blocks in here. And the reason we didn't do it here was we didn't want that bone with any weight. So that's all sitting lovely and straight. I think I had showed you up to the point of doing some of these anyway. I think the only thing we had left was all these doubles to fit, and they're all in. This obviously all doubles are going to have that above. So I think the idea is I'll probably put a bit of felt over, and then wire mesh it, scut it, scratch, and then I might even put some more fibre mesh right along the whole head, just like buckles and braces, so that it completely kills any chance of cracking. But it won't. If the wall's going to crack, it's going to crack. Like for instance, there's a few blocks in here that's just cracked through the block, so you get a wee bit of movement. That's what's going to happen, guys. Simple as that. But luckily I know a plasterer who should be able to fix that. Again, here's the last wee double in. And then this big door here is going to be something different. It's going to be the single door and built in around, but we're trying to source some timber to get that framed out and organised. What I'm going to do right now is just clear out this corner so this whole room can be used, and probably build up the frame in here or sort of in between the two, and then hoist it up and pin it in. So yeah, it's just getting that last frame done, and that's that done. And then the next job, if it's not windows and doors, I think the next job will be going to put in all the noggins. We're going to do it a special way, an old school way. I think that's a bit more superior. Could be wrong. Keep seeing bees in here. There must be a bloody bee head. But yeah, could be wrong with the noggins being old school and being stronger, but we'll see. Also going to get probably a couple more lengths of 9x2, and just don't like that big gap and that big gap, so I might get a couple more lengths and get them bridged in. Not a major thing, but I'd like to do it sooner rather than later. Don't think there's any other big gaps to do, but yeah, I'm just gonna get stuck into clearing out that bit of a corner, and maybe reorganize things there so it's a bit easier to work in that room and get that frame sorted. But yeah, what do you think of the block work, guys? Did a queer job on it all, right through and all the way along as well. Don't forget that. Again, obviously ideal if the head was down a bit, but it is what it is, and we've got 7 inches to come up as well, and have loads of options with the floor. Could obviously bung it up with insulation and do a liquid screed. I prefer to do my own screed. Again, we haven't decided, we haven't even thought that far down the line of underfloor heating or anything. We're not that far ahead. Really sort of staying within our means and doing bits and pieces as we can. But the next jobs for me will be painting this steel some evening or something, and the chimney tops whenever I get some time off work. That's probably it for me for a while. Maybe a bit of studding work, and then the windows and doors, and that'll be us for a couple of years most likely. So it's a big area now. Probably load up the next timbers there. which I think it's 2x2. We're gonna get like 80 meters of that, and then we need to source something for this, as we're wanting something a bit thicker that way. Nearly double that. That's what I need. You know, that's what we want anyway. So I have to source something for that. But it was just funny there. I was just looking at the door frames, and I remember I used to do work for this builder who couldn't do that. It's hard to see, but these are actually notched up. So there's notch out of the head. The head like collars down in, and then it's pinned and glued down onto this. So it's absolutely solid. Get a better look of it there. See that wee notch going up and in. The strength that must be unreal, and obviously then with the screws and glues, even better. But that builder particularly, he used to leave it like, it used to be, the way that's nice and flush, his used to be like 3mm off, and then his idea was that we would have to stop plastering here, and not go with the frame. Absolutely ridiculous idea, of course. But so basically we were trying to, when you're working out there, you were almost filling out part of the frame and feathering it in and then skimming the wall. As these frames, they are my guide for plastering. They are my guide for screed. So, you know, they don't only hold the door, they actually work as, they're my guide, they're plumb, they're up all level through to each other. So the screed should follow suit. And again, they're nice and flush here, so it means there's no drama, and just skim it. Basically when you float, you cut it back and you skim it all up flush. But just popped back into my head there, and it's clearing up. When I looked at one of them on the way past and thought, oh, what a nightmare that used to be working with that builder. He used to just put two bits of wood together and nail them. And they were never ever tidy. Like that frame, never ever tidy like that. They were just, I don't know how you could actually do what he did. So it meant if you were proud one side, you were negative on the other side, basically. So yeah, just pop back into my head there. My head doesn't fit them greatly, but it'll do for now.
What we doing live? Echoes in eternity.